Alright, welcome back. In this series, I aim to get to Master 1 while opening as few packs as possible. At this point, starting to feel like it can be done in 0 packs. You know, in the previous episodes I've said let's just get right into it, but I think with how that last episode went, I mostly have earned a moment to just settle down for a second. Bring it down. We're in Diamond. I'm a little concerned because ELO resets in like 9 days, which sounds like a lot, but it took, you know, over a week, 2 weeks maybe, to get from Plat 5 to Diamond 5. So I'm not convinced that this is going to be a quick climb into Master, and I'm expecting that I'm going to need to do a lot of grinding. But before we get into that, I know that basically 0% of the people that watch these videos are subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. It would make me very happy. Now let's go ahead and jump right in.
We ended up picking up the Link structure deck as our starter deck. I don't remember if that was on camera. And I picked up 3 of the Salamangreat structure deck. And this was sort of what we put together. We are now in silver. Alright. Oh, there we go. That's the good stuff right there. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know who's first, what ultra rare we're crafting first. It's a no-brainer. We're getting access code talker. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it is done. Boom. Now we are in Gold 5.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done. Alright. Reach the platinum rank or higher in standard. This will now be the second time ever that I make it into plat. And next episode, or maybe the episode after, it'll be the first time I make it into diamond. I think it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Absolutely not. Is it real? Pinching myself right now. I'm pinching. Diamond! We have the money, so I know I said there's really nothing in here that we care about, but I might as well. Let's go ahead and look ahead at the Duel Pass, see what we got coming. We got some UR points, SR points. We're looking at 12, 10. I don't know how far we are from being able to craft something. I think we're pretty far away. We've only got like 2. Oh no, we're pretty close on an SR. And 12 is not going to get us there on a UR. But the next time we gain some SR crafting points, we will be able to craft an SR. I'm trying to think, there was an SR that I talked about last episode that I thought would be good to craft. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. Oh, apparently Droll is seeing plans for me. That's an SR. Ooh. Gozen is an SR. That's an interesting choice. This is a Salamangreat deck that made it to Master 1. They're playing 3 Droll. They're playing a Mirror for some reason. 2 Ghost Ogre. 3 Ash, 3 Buffalo, 2 Bell, 3 Foxy, 3 Gazelle, 3 Spinny, 1 Falco, 1 Jaguar, 1 Fowl, 1 Field Spell, 2 Will, 3 Circle, 3 Imperm, 2 Rage, 1 Gozen, 2 Roar. Interesting. They're only playing 2 Bailings. And they're playing Lingeribo. Oh, Lingeribo was one of the cards I was thinking of. Lingeribo might be interesting. That's an SR. If we have an errant material, we could convert it into a Lingeribo, and that gives us a trap negate, which helps with cards like evenly matched. One thing I saw that I thought was kind of funny is that, oh, this takes 2 warrior monsters. I was going to say, it gives us a rank 4, but it's too specific. Silly of me to think one of these structure decks would give us something generic. This is still one of the craziest cards that you just get in a structure deck in this game. The card has been expensive on TCG for a long time. Alright, I'm going to play some games and see how it goes. Alright, not a great start to the climb. We, in our first match of Diamond, get paired up against Stun. Playing a bit of a Kashtira engine. What Kashtira spell are they playing to search with? Are they playing one to search with Unicorn? They're not. Man, some of these, oof, this deck is not good. But I don't have a lot of outs to normal summon Fossil Diner and then pop my normal summon. Plus, my dog was barking, and I figured taking care of my dog is more important than trying to win in a grind game against Stun. So, we go next. I just want to catch this for posterity. I played against, I didn't realize this was 60 cards. Gosh, look at this pile. I was playing against whatever this is. Dragon Link, Kaiju, and they started with the Bestial Rebellion, which I ashed, and I had a Kaiju in hand, plus I think 2 Salamangreats to go full combo, and they were just kind of spinning their wheels, you know, doing their thing, and then off of Chaos Ruler, they hit Ash, Maxi, Quick Launch, and then the Bestial Rebellion, which they already activated, and the Safer, which they already summoned. They hit the Royal one as well off of the Chaos Ruler. They added the Bestial Rebellion and then just scooped. I don't know why. It seemed like they were in an alright position, but you know, we take those for sure. I feel like in these lower ranks, the games tend to be a little bit more forgiving. I don't know how many of them I'm going to bother including, but we'll see. Alright, we take those. Absolutely. That was really good. That was a really good game. So, this person was playing Runic Kashtira. I'm just going to go ahead and show their deck real quick. They opened the... I don't know which one they activated. They activated one of them to summon Hugin, and then they searched for the field spell. And they summoned the Rise Heart, which banished both my Jaguar and the field spell, 2 pretty high impact cards to hit. But they didn't really have anything else to do, so they basically had 2 cards in hand, one of which turned out to be a Maxi, which I had called by for. And then I outed their Hugin because I wanted to be able to destroy their field spell. So they activated, I believe it was the one that destroys spell traps. Freezing Curses, maybe? No. It was one of the ones. It's the one that destroys spells and traps. But they used it to summon out the Munin, which had like the negate effect. But it only negates things that target. I sort of went off. I tried to go into a Yugioh, forgetting that it needs to be in the normal back row. I can't hit a card in the field zone with Yugioh. But it ended up not mattering. I had so much material. I top decked into a Parallel Exceed, which gave me 2 more material. I sent the Foxy off of Gazelle. I used Sunlight Wolf to add back one of the Salamangreats. The Foul I think I used, which was I used as like an extender. And I ended up using the Foxy effect, discarding the Foul. And I guess they didn't fully read it because it doesn't target and then it destroys on resolution. So I was able to pop their field spell, meaning that any cards that they had at hand, because when they activated the card to summon Munin, they activated the field spell to draw 2. Because they had the one that they activated to summon the Hugin, and then the one they activated to summon the Munin engrave. So they shuffled them back and drew 2. They must have drawn at least one runic spell that they could activate, because it kept like going back to them to like try and activate something. But once I popped the field spell, I started climbing. I summoned Access Code Talker, Update 1, Access 2. I didn't have enough attributes engraved to pop their whole field, and I was starting to run out of time, but they scooped. They saw the writing on the wall. I mean, if I was able to sort of speedrun my way through doing it, the Gazelle I left on field can crash with the Rise Heart, and then I had a Kaiju, which I Kaiju'd over the Hugin, and then I had the Munin, which both of those, the Kaiju and the Munin, can be popped by Access Code, because Munin can't negate it because Access Code doesn't target for whatever reason. So, feeling good. We're 2 wins in to Diamond 5. Really feeling like we can get to Diamond 4 tonight. Dragons are apparently just the buy. Like, he activated, I think he activated the Bestial Rebellion, added Magnemite, summoned Magnemite, past turn. He added, I think, Drosworm or Baldrake maybe. He added a Bestial, I know that much, in the end phase. And on my turn, he drolls me when I activate Salamangreat Circle. But I don't care. I have the Called By in hand, but I think looking at my hand of Gazelle, Jaguar, and Foxy, I'm thinking I can very easily just not even have to worry about it. So, unfortunately, I didn't think about the fact that I didn't have access to the field spell, meaning I couldn't turn my own Foxy on to get an extra material. I thought I was going to be able to bounce the Magnemite, but because I didn't use the Called By on Droll and Lock, once I pop the Magnemite and they try to activate a Bestial to chump block, I can Called By the Magnemite and cut them off and still attack for game. But before I even had the chance, they scooped the second I summoned Access Code. So we're now 1 away from Diamond 4. Let's see if we can make it happen. Something I've noticed, I chose to go first here, but you know, I feel like a lot of times I'm actually in a much better position going second. This hand, no, this is not a go second hand, but there's a lot of hands that I draw that I feel like really go harder than they have any right to going second. Am I about to get max seed? Maybe I'll get max seed here. I have the material to go Sunlight Wolf plus Aguska since I drew the Exceed. But if they go max seed, I really don't want to get rid of that. I have to. They really hovered in the draw phase. Let's activate Circle. One thing I love about this deck is that even though there's a lot of cards that want to like search, you don't even remotely lose to Droll, which is super nice. Seems like they don't have the. Seems like they don't have the Maxi. I'm really scared of the Biru because I've seen that a lot of people are playing it right now. Do I go? Do I go for the Rage or do I go for the Roar? I think if I'm gonna go for Baguska, I want the Roar. And if I go for the Roar, I think it's actually more advantageous to go and relink the Banelinks so that I can set the Roar. Because otherwise, it takes 2 extra summons to get the Roar in my hand. So I have to summon the Sunlight Wolf with these 2, and then I summon it again. But with the Exceed, I'm going to be going for a bunch of summons anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So I think we just go for the Sunlight Wolf and activate Parallel Exceed here. So then we'll do Exceed 1, 2 play on Ash. Although if they had Ash, they would have activated it by now. I'm not seeing any prompts, so I'm feeling like we're in the clear. So let's activate the field spell. Let's go ahead and relink the Summon Wolf. Doesn't matter what zone we put him in, because I'm going to be... The Baguska can go wherever. No, I'm going to add it back. I know I can get the circle here as well if I have it set itself, but I really just want to not have it get banished. I want to be able to use it every turn. So we'll go over here. Little Bagusker. Set. Pass turn. Alright, so we got a Floodgate and a Negate, plus we got protection for our Salamangreat stuff. I'm feeling pretty alright. I'm feeling pretty good. Depending on what this is, will affect exactly how good I'm feeling. And with Spinning Gazelle in hand, like, that's some insane follow-up, even if they do a full clear. Like, if they get rid of everything I have on the field right now, even, like, get rid of my graveyard, like, I still have access to OTK them on the crackback, assuming that they don't have any way of interacting with me. And even if they do, I still think I have it. Alright, Jonah, what are you gonna do? Ooh, trade in? Oh, what are you discarding? What is this? Burning Dragon. Your opponent controls 2 or more cards and this card is in your hand and special summon this card. This card is no more special, you can discard once more, destroy all spell traps and I don't... What is this? That does nothing against Baguska. One of the fun things about Baguska is that because it requires itself to be in defense position for its effect to be good. Ooh. It inherently plays around Lightning Storm. But that's crazy. That's a fire. That's really funny. Huh. What are you aiming? And this, unfortunately, does not target. So, I think I have to run this. This is one of those situations where if I had added the quick play, I could have just targeted it, but they would have added back the Kaiju, then they would have kaiju'd my Sunlight Wolf. It would have been a whole thing. That effect to bounce, I think, is a once per turn. Target any number, return them to the hand, then return face-up monsters equal. Also for the rest of this turn. Okay, so he's just summoning a kaiju. Is he gonna like try to rank 8? Ooh, that's annoying. Oof. What is the goal here? What are we going for? We're going for another. I think I remember this as a tech that somebody at my locals played in. If you reborn my Bailings, you are. Okay, you're not that smart. I'm trying to think what. So it becomes 9k. That's not game, even into my Sunlight Wolf. Are you just gonna make 2 Synchro 10s? Lieb is a different story. Lieb is also not game, I don't think. Well, if you do the... Not Dora. The one that inflicts 2,000. If you do that one first, then it's game. So here's Chang Ying. What does this thing do? For each banished card, if this card would be destroyed, you can banish a card from your grave. If a card is banished, you can banish a card from both your opponent's field and grave. Oh, shoot. If I use Bailings, then they just get to banish something. Do I just not use it? Or are they going for Baron? Yeah. Okay. This is still not game. Notably, you're gonna pop the Sunlight Wolf or the Kaiju. I feel like popping the Kaiju does more damage, but yeah, you're popping the Kaiju. I am reading you like a book, my guy. So the problem, I guess it's not really a problem. It functionally achieves the same thing, although maybe it's worth maintaining the Bailings, because if I banish to protect, then they banish something, but if I don't, then they're just going to banish it with Chang Ying once the Bailings gets banished. And that would make the this guy more powerful, so I feel like I just shouldn't do that. Does this negate and destroy? If you do destroy that card. Okay, interesting, interesting. I don't think this does it. I don't have another exceeded deck for this to be good. Let's... Oh, I can protect it with, Oh, I can protect it! Oh, that's so good. Wait, hold on. Let's go Gazelle. They're gonna Baron. Come on, dog. You know you want Baron. Oh, but they can banish with the Chang Ying. Do I care? This says... if a card is banished... I feel like I have to, right? Yeah, I have to. Yeah, and then the Chang Ying gets banished again. That's super annoying. I don't know if there's a way I could have done it. But I My only hope is that they don't banish the Gazelle. Of course they banish the Gazelle. Yeah. There goes the Gazelle. Oh. Oh, that doesn't do anything. Man, if I had a Foxy engrave, I could still, like, at least kind of continue, but fortunately I don't think that'll do it. No. Oh well. It was not fated. I will report back later. Alright, after looking at the Master Duel meta article about this deck, everyone seemed to have been playing 3 Foxy, which I always thought was kind of like the way to go, but I don't know what I want to cut to get the deck down to 40, or if it's even worth getting it down to 40, because I like everything that's in this. Like, the only things I'm thinking of cutting are the Twin and the Cosmic, but I really like them when I draw them. I guess which one's better? Cosmic doesn't require a discard, but Twin hits more, and there are cards in my deck that I do want in the grave. Tentatively, we're gonna cut the Cosmic. I may decide that that was a poor decision at a later date. But this is version 20. I'm gonna jam some games. Won the die roll, so I'm choosing to go first. Still one of those not sure if it's actually the best thing to do type of situations. It really depends what my hand looks like. This is a really, really good hand. I'm hoping they don't Maxine me, but we'll see. Let's go activate Gazelle, or no, activate Foxy. We will activate its effect, because I have Harpies, Maxine. With, oh well, let's go Valence. I'm sitting on a Maxi, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Again, the question becomes, oh, and I have the Exceed in hand, which means I'm going to be able to, ooh, now they Maxi. That's annoying. But I don't think I can do anything about it. I think Gamma for the Gazelle? Oh, I can Maxi this. Is that good? I feel like that is. I need something. Their Maxi is already resolved. These unfortunately summon simultaneously, which is kind of lame. But, you know. Is that a good card? Is that a good card? If I put Yugioh, do they still banish themselves? I think they do. I think the play is we're going to do this, and then we're going to relink the Bale links, and then we're going to go for Yugioh. That gives them a lot of draws, though. That's super annoying, but I don't think there's much else I can do. I think I have to do it this way. Unfortunately. It's going to give them like a billion draws, which is super annoying. But I think my only hope is that the Yugioh Twin wins me the game. Let's just pass through. do still get banished under Maguska. That's good. Because if that left materials on the field, I was going to be very mad. Okay, this is like a stun deck. So, not feeling great about that. But having the twin does make me feel a little better because I can pop some of these before they have a chance to activate them. The fact that they're setting makes me feel good because that means that they're not. Ooh, set monster. Interesting. Psychologically, usually you set your best cards first. So I'm going to hit the two that they set first. Oh, D-barrier and different dimension. So this is like a stun deck. Let's detach. So what do we have in here that can do anything? We have Foxy, which is interesting. Let's do that. I'm worried that's a fossil type. But if I access code, that doesn't matter. So we're gonna pitch this. We're gonna. What are we doing here? We're gonna called by. Does called by lose me the game here? No. No. I do not want to, in fact, destroy my own. What could they possibly have in hand? What could they have in hand that it's asking them if they want to activate it? Or on field? Like, what is this trap card? Again, is it called by? I don't know why I did that. The Lucy's gonna put him in defense. I could. So let's see. That was what? I summoned the Bailing Cistern. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is gonna be my 5th summon. That's a little annoying, but I don't think I can do it. So we're just gonna have to do this. They have the beard, and they're just better than me. Let's do transcode. I want to keep up the. Yes. No. Yes. 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 And I did not summon him this turn, so I can't activate this. Back the update. Very concerned by what that delay is, but it may not even matter. Very concerned. So let's do update 1. We have a very small window of opportunity to be able to do something here. And they better have toggle on if they have something that needs to be done right now. Not quick enough. Let's pop this back row first. Not like I have like a. Oh, it was again Labyrinth. Just getting absolutely W'd on. I'm not even gonna switch this with Lucio. We're just gonna go for it. What do you got here? Like a Bestial or something? Or furniture? Got like furniture? Oh. That's super annoying. Well, can is the question. Leon better have it. Better have something good. Oh my gosh. Stupid deck. That's hard. Alright, guess we're putting the Cosmic back in. Clearly he was unhappy with me for taking him out. So he paired me up with a bunch of friggin' back row decks. We're just gonna play 41. It's good to me. Alright, we're back. It's now the next day. The 4th episode is now up. I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's got 14 views right now, which is not a ton necessarily, but it's on track to do about as well as the previous episodes. Hopefully I can get a couple subscribers off of it. Ideally I'd like for the video to blow up, but I'm not setting my expectations too high. But I am concerned about the fact that it's 2.5 hours long. But I don't think I had much of a choice in how long it was. If I wanted the sort of difficulty of the climb to come across, I really needed it to be as long as it is. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it though. I posted it on Reddit and no comments. It is currently sitting at 0 points, which is discouraging, but no mean comments as of yet, so that's a little more encouraging. We'll see how it goes. 2.5 hours is a daunting ask, so I understand if a lot of people aren't willing to, commit to something like that. Video's too new to really have much in the way of analytics. Oh, okay. YouTube Studio is telling me it's got 17 views, which is pretty good. It's ranked 1 of 10, so that's neat. 2 remixes. Well, I remixed it once for short. Yeah. Feeling pretty good. I've still got some time. I may adjust the thumbnail or the title a couple times over the next few days just to see if I can squeak out some views. Try and convert some of those impressions. But for now, I'm going to try and bust my way into Diamond 4. I'll report back. Alright, this game was just the absolute worst game of all time, but also the best game of all time. I cannot believe we squeaked this one out. I got Nibiru'd twice and still won. Spoilers. And my top decks were horrible for turns on end. My opponent passes turn 1. They have Maxi. I have called by for the Maxi. Which is good, because if they had continued to draw, this would have been a much worse situation. But I decided to just kind of go all in. So it's at this point I get nibbed. And I could try and search something with mining, but I don't have anything that does anything, so we just keep going. One thing I did not realize for quite a while, and this comes up later, is that Mitsu has a negate effect. That becomes relevant later. So I top deck crap, and they have Ash for the mining, so I'm not feeling great about it. And I just pass again. Hoping that they can't kill me. I Ash the duality because I think, well, they're probably pretty desperate, and they still can't special summon if I Ash it, so Kaiju, completely useless. They draw, and they don't draw anything useful either. So I draw again, second Kaiju, just really, really loving what this deck is giving me right now. But of all the decks to have this type of luck against, I mean, Ninja is one that I think I have enough turns that I can sort of turn it around. Falco is an unbelievable draw. I think I can summon this Foxy, bounce the Foxy, and then normal summon it to get 2 materials, but they called by the Foxy, which is fine. That's one less draw they get, because I think I was under Max C at this point. But, you know, I just sink in for damage and let them go. They go for Hanzo. I thought they searched this with the Hanzo. I didn't realize that this was, like, one of these was going to be that trap. I sort of mis-sequenced this, because I draw an Ash, and now I'm no longer... Maxi's no longer under called by. I ashed this, not knowing that I should have ashed this. That should have gone in the opposite order. Should have gone Maxi, then ashed the second one, because now both the thing that's face down, which is the same as this, both of these can now fuse on my turn, which they do here. They have to banish the Kaiju, because otherwise, you know, I get, like, I can just attack over the fusion. I forget that this thing can't be destroyed. So I go for the Mirage Stallion and realize I can basically full clear here. But, you know, that's under false pretenses. But I go for this, I bounce the Kaiju, and then Kaiju the fusion, and just start going in. I think it's at this point I'm down to like 60 seconds on the clock. And so I'm, you know, Heatlio returning this to deck. This does not get destroyed because when something goes to deck, for some reason it doesn't count it as leaving the field. I guess it's not anywhere that it can activate its effect. But I still get a mostly full clear. This fusion is online though, which is kind of scary, but it's only online during my turn. Then, hold on, let me go check on my dog. Alright, I'm back. So, they max see me here, and, you know, I see the line splayed out before me. This should have been a spinny, by the way. I go for this, and they make the correct choice of banishing the update jammer. I don't know if they knew how correct that was, but here they nibbed me. I don't even know where I was going to go with that. But thankfully for me, they can't out this token. So it rolls back to my turn, and of course I draw a mining with no discard. So I just go battle, hit them for a bunch of damage, and hope that one more turn goes by where they can't out this token. And it does. I'm able to squeak away with it. This game took like 25 minutes in real time. That was a grind game and a half. But it just goes to show you, Ninja, it's not good, folks. Like, any competent deck would have absolutely washed me in that scenario. I faded like 8 draws. I don't even know why this deck plays duality. Like, there is stuff that you can special summon on your first turn. But I guess not. This is basically like an E-Telly. I did not read the fact that it can set a ninja monster. I very easily could have max seed when they activated this and gotten an extra draw, and that might have expedited the game a little bit, but given how many draws in a row were nothing, I don't know how much it would have mattered. Alright, that was surprisingly easy. Before we get into the animation, I'll just go ahead and recap the game. I am going second against what I assume to be Kashtira because they special summoned Ogre. Little did I realize Ogre has Monarch stats, and what they're actually playing is like a Monarch deck that plays, I guess, a couple Kashtira names, because they summoned the Ogre and then they searched preparations, and they tried to domain lock me, tributed over the guy for Caius, the Mega Monarch, and they had Ankamufrite, which I ashed. I think it probably would have been better to ash the Pantheism that they used to draw, because that's like a huge neg. But I was under the impression that it was Kashtira. It didn't even occur to me that in order to play Ankamufrite, you need to have 0 cards in your extra, and I didn't check the number of cards in extra. It's maybe something I should be keeping a closer eye on. But they summoned the Caius, and they flipped the preparations after I kaiju'd it, but it can only summon from banished or hand, and the Ogre was engraved, so it didn't do anything. And I don't know what the last card in hand was. They never used it. But I went through the normal line. I ended up having to use Buffalo with no effect because my hand wasn't very like combo heavy. It had 2 kaijus, a Signet Mining, and I drew into Called By, which I knew I was drawing into because they ogred me after I ashed. So I pitched the Called By for mining because I figured there really isn't much of an onus to like do anything with the Called By. So I did that, and I was about to update access code them, and when I summoned the update jammer, they scooped. So, alright. Diamond 4. Feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good. Well, one thing that I think is worth looking at is, I believe we now have enough CP SR points to craft another SR. The question is, what do we craft? My memory has been so bad recently. I distinctly remember there being several that we were considering. I cannot for the life of me remember what they were. Oh, Linger Evo. Linger Evo. That's right. Okay. So this card is interesting because it gives us sort of the ability to play around cards like evenly without needing to necessarily go for the counter trap. I think it's worth generating. Royal? Never lucky, never lucky. So what do we cut from the extra? I saw that a lot of people were cutting the 3rd Bailings. I feel like that's probably correct. Version 22. Ooh, free pull that we're never going to use. Wow, that was quick. That took 3 minutes. And I didn't even, like, kill them. Let's take a look at this replay. I don't even know what they're playing. After we're done with this replay, let's check out what they're playing. So let me start off by saying, this hand is in the top 5% of hands this deck can produce. This hand is insane. Buffalo for the normal summon. Spinny for the discard off the Buffalo. Circle to search Gazelle. I got Exceed to be able to go into a free rank 4 to be able to Baguska them. Plus, I got Maxi if they are able to break my board and try and kill me. I can draw into an Ash. I can draw into more follow-up. And depending on what this Buffalo draws me into, if this Buffalo draws me into an Ash, I'm also insulated against Maxi, assuming they, don't shotgun it. Let me show you how I play out this. I'm gonna let it go kind of slow because, like I said, this was a very short game. So I Buffalo, and I decide not to Exceed here because I want to save it for later. I don't necessarily want them to, sniff out that my hand's insane just yet. So, I discard the Spinny, and I draw into Foxy, which isn't terrible, but this Cyclone means I'm going to end on a little bit more interaction. I go for the Wolf here and then Exceed. I decide to use the Sunlight Wolf effect to chain block the Exceed. I feel like if they had Ash, they would have dropped it on the Gazelle effect, but I never know. Some people save it for some weird spots. And I go for the Baguska here, and the second I activate the field spell, they just scoop him up. I guess they couldn't play through Baguska. Like, I think Exceed really does just raise this deck to a little bit of a different level in terms of how powerful it is. Like, the ceiling is raised a lot by having access to Exceed. I'll be honest, guys, this one was on me. Lost against Dynamorphia. I had game on board if I attacked the Kaiju into this thing, because they gave me a Godarla. But I normal summoned Falco and was considering the lines, and I even thought to myself, what if I summon Lingeribo so that I can negate a trap? And I thought, no, that's fine. I clearly was not familiar enough with this deck. Is this like normal in this deck? I feel like it's not. But yeah, they hosed me with this card. They shuffled basically my entire field except for Veil Links. If I had the Lingeribo, I could have negated it in the battle phase, which would have, probably let me win the game, assuming their other trap wasn't anything. But it's alright. Alright, so I did some grinding off camera, and it basically amounted to nothing, as I lost pretty much the same number of games that I won, and had a couple losses in a row, so maybe I lost one more one, but I ended on a win. So I think we're in the, I'm not gonna say we're in the black, but we're doing all right. That game sucked to lose. Like, that was so annoying. Like, this guy's playing Invoked Dogmatica Kaiju whatever. He's playing Kyoto Waterfront. Oh man. Oh yeah. And he searched the Maximus and Maximus me. I didn't have a good target for Maximus. I don't even know if I could hypothetically put a good target for Maximus in here. Like, what do I send? I ended up sending to Heatleo. I don't know if there's something else that, like, would have an impact in the grave. I don't know. It's probably not worth considering. I'm probably never going to run into another player with that card in their deck ever again. So, I mean, thankfully we had a 2-win streak before, so we're only back down to 3. I'm gonna keep trying. So every time this happens, I go, oh, let's go check out the replay. But I'm gonna let you know, we had another instance of the instant scoop. I'm just gonna show you the replay just to prove to you all that this keeps happening to me. No sleeves. He's got the Sangan mate. He's got the soccer ball. Yeah, I don't know. He just scooped him up. What was he playing? Oh. Yeah, I'd probably scoop him up too, dog. This hurt me. Just physically, emotionally, spiritually. Like, look at this garbage. 7-axis pendulum. With kaijus, but only the 7s, except for exactly one copy of Game Seal. Radiant, 7. Humongous, 7. Game Seal, randomly 8. This is the one you give your opponent off of Slumber. I don't even want to talk about this one. This one was so bad. Honestly, they just outplayed me. What can I say? I thought I had them, and unfortunately, I couldn't go wide enough to deal with their board. Unfortunately, with 5 turns, which is more than I can say for some games, but thankfully that didn't knock us down too far. Still have 3 to go, so I guess I'll keep trying to do it. You may not hear from me for a while. Oh my gosh! Oh man! Holy crap, that was an intense game. Yes! Diamond 3, baby! Let's go! Oh, I earned that one. Oh man, did I earn that one. Let's go ahead and talk about this game. I'll show you the opponent's deck first. It's Kashtira, pretty standard. Man, this game was insane. I think the biggest thing that lost them this game was how fast and loose they played with their life points. I did have access to update access code, but man, their field was full. Anyway, let's just go ahead and take care of it. I believe I win the die roll. So I'm just sort of high rolling in terms of my combo. I go Signet, pitch the Spinny, add the Gazelle, trigger the Gazelle. I still got the Buffalo, pitch Buffalo in hand to try and get some draws. They imperm the Gazelle, which means I don't have immediate access to guaranteed interaction. But, you know, I'm figuring I might as well just, you know, go all in at this point. I might as well start accruing resources for next turn, which that was correct, by the way. Go for all this. I decide to normal the Buffalo here. Going for the draws. I end up drawing some okay cards. They're pretty good. I go ahead and I add back the Buffalo just for added card advantage. I go for the Splash Mage, forgetting that I can't activate non-fire effects, but I just go straight for the Heatleo. My plan was to go Sunlight Wolf with the Heatleo under it, or a Sunlight Wolf with the Heat Soul under it, but just Heat Soul is fine too. And I draw the cross out off the Heat Soul, and then this Heat Soul draws me Ash on their turn, which is insane. I'm not sure what exactly this is, because I've seen decks other than Kashtira play this, like Monarch, so this isn't necessarily like guaranteeing that this is a Kashtira matchup, but once I see the Rise Heart in hand, I know that my fate is pretty much sealed in terms of having to play against Kashtira. And it's at this point that they sort of, they don't botch it, but this is definitely wrong zone placement. But this is not game on board. I decided to Ash the Heat Soul because I figured their hand's probably pretty bad. That's why they're trying to go for a draw. But they cross out the Ash, which is a little annoying, but thankfully they don't draw into any like big extenders off of this Heat Soul. At least it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they just draw, either they drew into another back row, or they drew into something that just doesn't do anything. And then they get to activate the Ogre, but most of what I care about is already out of the deck. It's annoying that they get this tactic, or the talents, draw to, but again, they don't draw into anything that lets them continue playing the game. I'm left on 900, which, first of all, decent draw. But this is why we in the biz continue to say the only life point that matters is the last one. And this is honestly a really difficult matchup to navigate, especially given how my opponent played out their turn 2. So they go into Unicorn, and at this point I'm worried that this Foxy effect can trigger the Unicorn even though it wasn't on field, but they don't. They triggered the Ogre. I don't think the Unicorn can activate here, because if they could have, they would have prioritized the Unicorn over the Ogre. But I Kaiju over the Unicorn. That's honestly what I was waiting for. And then they macro, which is annoying. But if you remember, I went all in last turn, so my graveyard is stacked. I got the material to go. So I see the line, and I go, I think the only way to win the game from this point is to Heatleo, shuffle back the macro so that I can trigger this Gazelle. Which I do. But I spent so long thinking through that line that I end up running out of time pretty quickly. I realize pretty much at this second that they're at 4,000 life points. I can just attack and kill them. I'm going to get a 53, even if the only thing I have engraved to target is the Bailings. 53 minus 500 is still more than 3,000, but I had the Ash, which means I could set the Kaiju to 0. I summon the access code, and they see the writing on the wall. They scoop them up. And when that happened, I popped off, my guys. It was awesome. The entire the game replay went by pretty quick, but it took a long time in real time because I was thinking through my plays. It felt like it took forever. Maybe only taken like 10 minutes, but it felt like it took an hour. But we are now in Diamond 3. We are 4 away from Diamond 2. It's currently lunchtime. I don't know if I should try and jam another game or if I should go figure something out for lunch. I think I'm going to play a little bit. Alright. Friendly reminder that Kashtira sucks. Alright, this isn't really how I normally do this, but I played against a deck I haven't played against yet, at least not in this capacity. I played against Lunalite, Raid Raptor, rank 4 turbo basically, and my hand was not the greatest. My circle, I believe, ends up getting, or no, it does not get Ash, but I sort of go through like the standard combo and decide to go for the Mirage Stalio here. I don't know if this was necessarily correct. I think maybe what might have been better is to maybe try to go for a Baguska line. But I want to get to the point where I show you what my interaction looks like. So my board is Lingaribo Negate for a trap, Rage Pop 2, and then a Roar. Now, my opponent drew the nuts, but my question is, throughout their normal combo, does any of it resist destruction or negation? So they do this, they use it to get access to the Tenki. Now, hypothetically, they have basically infinite material once they get access to Yellow Marten Engrave plus the Tiger. I decide to try and pop here to try and cut them off because I know that if they use the Perfume to search the Tiger, I can negate it with the counter trap. My question is if that was correct or if I should just let them cook and hold my interaction until they had like fully committed to their board. So it looks like this is meant to be like an FTK because they had Catapult turn here, but they had to use their normal summon. I decided to negate the Tiger, but they ended up just having one hard drawn in hand, which represents the entire combo on its own. So we're just gonna fast forward through this part. I have nothing for any of this. None of it is a trap, so I can't Lingaribo any of it. Again, this sort of begs the question, would Baguska have been better? Because they wouldn't have been able to activate, like they would have been able to activate the Lunalite and they would have been able to activate the Perfume Engrave, but they would not have been able to go into the Fire Fist rank 4. They would not have been able to, what is this, Arc Rebellion, Xyz Dragon. They wouldn't have been able to activate his effect. They would have needed to find a way to out it without going into any of this. I guess at this point they go for the CDI, which is a negate. But if I hold both of these, I'm not seeing anything that hits it. If they have like a Tornado Dragon in the extra, that might be a problem. But like if I go and activate my Rage to pop the Arc Rebellion and then they negate it with the CDI, I have the counter trap to negate the CDI. And then this is not game. And both of these get sent. This gets destroyed, this gets sent to the banished. And I could very easily pop the Tiger to cut them off of any more material. But if I had held the interaction, would they have played this turn out the same way? Let's take a look at their deck and see what outs they're playing. Let's take a look. So in their deck, they are in fact playing Tornado Dragon. So if I had gone for the Baguska line, it would have been Baguska plus the counter trap. Any out they get to Baguska is contested by the counter trap. But what outs would they have had? But if I had gone for the Baguska line plus the counter trap, they couldn't have gone for the FTK because Catapult Turtle would have been negated by the Baguska. What could they have had that would have outed the Baguska? None of their links do it. Why do they play Animal? Oh, it's to bring back the Catapult. But what two waters do they play? They don't play... They don't play the card that changes types and attributes. What waters do they go into to make it? Oh, it's the two Ibs. They make two Ibs and then link those off into the Anima to bring back the Catapult Turtle. But that still loses to Baguska. The only out they had was Droplet on Baguska. Or to just go battle and attack over. But then at that point they can FTK me. But how do they get something big enough to attack over the Baguska that doesn't get switched to defense position? Baguska has like 2k defense. None of these links have that much attack. I mean, Anima has 2000, but I can't attack over. But it's impossible to know what you're playing against, right? Like, if they had been playing something else, like a Kaiju deck, they would have just Kaiju'd over the Baguska, and the Baguska wouldn't have been any good. This is why best of one format is so infuriating. Because there are lines that would have won me the game on the spot against that specific deck. But there are also lines that would have lost me the game on the spot if it was any other deck. I'm gonna go eat lunch. Turns out Baguska can just get you there sometimes. That game was won almost exclusively off the back of having made Baguska turn 1. Having Exceed is insane. Like, I seriously considered negating a Curly card, not remembering that I ended on a Baguska. I just wanted you to see the tail end of this game. It's against Umi control. It's been an interesting game, but unfortunately they can't withstand the awesome might of update access. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the rank up. Yes! Diamond 2. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so good. I'm feeling very good about that. This deck is finally giving me what I need. Alright, I've been silently playing games back and forth. There was some fun ones, there was some cool ones that I really felt like I earned. But this one, you need to see this one. I believe I won the die roll. I decide that I don't want to go for the buffer load because I want guaranteed interaction. I want a guaranteed back row. So I go for the relink to reset and then just sort of make Baguska plus that. And I got the maxi, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. So we're just gonna fast forward through this because the end board is just Baguska plus the counter trap. Nothing too crazy. And then I pass turn. So my opponent starts the game by normal summoning this guy. I respond with Maxi. They go for called by. I decide, you know what, you're going to be playing under Maxi this turn. And you know what? That seemed to be correct because they immediately passed. But I don't have the material to kill them, unfortunately. I don't have any way of getting more draws, more material. So my best bet is to add back the circle, search for something, and then go that way. But the only thing I can do, I've already normal summoned, so the only thing I can do is search Spinny, because it can put itself in the grave and then summon itself back. So I do that. I use the Sunlight Wolf effect to add back the Gazelle, so I follow up, and I'm still sitting on a Kaiju and a Baguska to hopefully last me the turn. I decide that going for access code is more damage. I consider for a very long time whether to switch this guy to attack to put my opponent on 100 life. But after wasting a lot of time thinking about it, I decide I need some way to stop my opponent. And the only way that's going to happen is if this Baguska stays in defense and starts negating their effects. My opponent sort of plays this next game like a monkey, because there are several instances where he very easily could have gotten everything he needed to out my full board, but he really, really wanted to go for certain plays. So he goes for the Wyver Burster, he puts back, gets a draw. Apparently it wasn't good enough, because he still can't out the Baguska and the access code, because that access code is huge, even for this deck. They draw the Serenir, and then they summon Pisty, and they take forever to activate this Pisty effect. Like, it just sits there doing nothing. They go for Romulus, and it's at this point I realize that they can send the... what's it called? The Seifert in order to add back the Lubellion, and then pitch the Lubellion for Druisworm in order to put one of these back. Presumably the Baguska. But they decide to send the Absa Router to search the Rocket Tracer, which is Royal. I missed it, but it's a Royal. And then they go for the Borland in the main monster zone, by the way. And they use it to negate the Baguska. But they get greedy and go for the Chaos Ruler. And honestly, you know, like they say in the Bible, greediness is the root of all evil. Because he just starts going in. But I do the math and realize this is not game. This is going to leave me with 100 life. So I'm thinking, how do I deal with this? End phase rolls around, and when they go to resolve the Magnamut effect, they run out of time. I'm just saying, that greedy play lost them the game. Honestly, the fact that they didn't send the Seifert to get the Bestial Lubellion back and get access to Druisworm was also a huge contributing factor to the fact that they lost that game. Let's confirm that they even play Druisworm. Yeah, he's right here. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls, send it to the grave. Like, that would have outed either of my monsters. They both can be targeted. Yeah, here's his Royal Rocket Tracer. Like, if you had just sent the Seifert, banished it, added back the Bestial Lubellion, and then used its effect in order to get access to Druisworm, you could have done everything you wanted. You still would have had enough material to go into the Borland. You can either send the access code, or you can send the Baguska. I think the correct play would be to send the Baguska, because you can Borland, bring back the guy, the level 1, yeah, the Synchron, negate the access code. He's only a 23 Bungus. At that point, you're a hop, skip, and a jump from being able to, you know, assemble lethal. But I don't know. I guess he didn't quite see the line. I'm going to keep playing. I am fiending for Diamond 1 tonight. We're going to see if we can make it happen. I feel like I've just been spinning my wheels. Oh, that's not what I asked for. Talk to you guys once, but look at this. 3 losses in a row. It's just debilitating. It was Labyrinth, some punk BS, and then Sprite Kashtira. It's just so annoying. What am I even supposed to do? Do I just throw another kaiju in? Or do I try and cut something to make it more consistent? I cut the foul. Doesn't do a whole lot for me. I think we're going to try cutting the foul. I may find that that decision was foul, but in the meantime, I'm desperate to try and find something to boost my win rate here. I cannot keep doing this, dog. Come on. That is the second Sprite player tonight to end on the most disgusting board of all time. It's like 6 pieces of interaction. I can't play through that. How do I deal with that? It's not even that late, but I'm exhausted. It's only 9 o'clock, but I feel like I've been up for like 4 hours. I think I've been doing this for like 3 hours, but it feels like it's way past my bedtime. This game exhausts me. Yeah, I won against Curly. It was a really good game. I feel like I played it really well. And by that I mean I drew a kaiju for turn. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for today. Hopefully I can get into Diamond 2 tomorrow night, and then maybe also try and get into Master. I really don't want the elo to reset and be in Diamond, because then I'm gonna have to go back through Platinum as well as going back through Diamond. I'd like to get to Master before things reset, but we'll see. Alright, so change of plans. I called in sick today because my dog woke me up 6 times last night. Every time I thought I was about to go to sleep, she started barking. And when I came downstairs, she definitely needed something. Be it to go to the bathroom, to get a drink, or to just be flipped over because she was no longer comfortable. But you know, I roll around, you know, probably half a dozen times throughout the night trying to get comfortable, so I get it. But getting 3 total hours of contiguous sleep is not going to make me a very productive member of society for the day. So, my wife needed me to bring her lunch, and she has a break around 10 o'clock, so she told me to set an alarm for 9:30. I went back to sleep at 6 and did not wake up until my 9:30 alarm. So, feeling much better now. The dog did in fact need me while I was asleep, but just decided that peeing on herself was a more advantageous decision than waiting for me to get up. And then when I got up, she needed to pee again, but I was able to clean her off, so she's okay. And for those of you wondering, my dog is like 16 years old, so she's not like a puppy, although I do call her my puppy. She is an old lady, and her hip don't work good no more. So I have to help her get to the water bowl. I have to hold her while she goes potty outside, all that good stuff. But should be taken care of now. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of time to jam some games, and I'll report back. I'm really feeling like the consistency here is not where I want it to be. I think I am going to cut the harpies. Of course, I remove the freaking harpies, and the very next game I queue up into is against Trap Tricks. Alright, I really want to highlight this one because I just want you all to know I got the reads, baby. I got the reads. I lost the die roll. So my opponent's going first. And they pass and do nothing, which says to me they might have a really powerful hand trap. No, I get no delay on this, so it wasn't Ash. It's at this point that there's a delay. Is it a toggle Andy? It's not Nib. It's not Nib. And then at this point, when it's in hand, once again, I get a delay. My read, it's Gamma. There is a point where Gamma ends my turn. I can't play through a Gamma if they activate it early. I can negate one Gamma with Ash, but Gamma is not once per turn, meaning that it stays in hand because Ash does not negate and destroy. But once I get to this point, I know there's only one activation I have that is even able to be Gammaed, and it's this one right here. And so what do? They Gamma. And I'm going to fill you all in on a little secret here on this whole update access code using transcodes of Reborn. Once the transcode resolves, the rest of my effects can't be responded to. Because I can stack the chain in such a way that access code is the most recent activation, and access code has this great little line of text. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activations. Meaning, they see the writing on the wall, and before I even have a chance to connect with the second attack, they concede. You know, if I didn't have the Ash, that would have been devastating. The fact that I did have the Ash. This deck continues to fail me. I drew double Max C and had 2 turns where Sword Soul just passed on nothing. And the deck gave me nothing to do. I opened 2 Max C, Buffalo, a Kaiju, and Called By, plus the Rage that I drew, I think, for turn. I drew something for turn. And I had to set Called By Rage, and I ended up relinking the Phalanx so that I could have like a non-targeting pop for my opponent. And maybe I used the interactions wrong, I don't know, but jeez Louise, it was so bad. I even, like, my draws in order were one of the 6 that I just mentioned, Ash, and then Exceed. What does that do? Tell me what to do with that. Nothing. I do nothing with that. Buffalo is proving to be so bad. Like, there are scenarios where it wins me the game, and other scenarios where it is the only thing I draw, and it does not do enough. Should I be playing Lady Debug instead? Like, this at least guarantees access to another body, but like, Buffalo is so good at getting you extra draws. I don't know. I'm gonna try it with 2 Buffalo, 3 Foxy, and see how that goes. The return of my nemesis. Ooh, a Royal, so fun. Yep. This deck makes me want to just unalive myself in Minecraft. This deck is so annoying! So frustrating. It's like the 4th Traptrix player I've lost to. Wow, this game sucks. Once again, playing against Pearly, I drew Maxi Ash. And, of course, it wasn't just Maxi Ash, it was Maxi Double Ash, by the way. And I activate Maxi, and of course they chain a quick play. I Ash it, they chain another quick play to try and play around Maxi. I get 3 draws off the Maxi, and they are in order. Called by, Field Spell. draw for turn? Foxy. They ended on Noir plus Winda. This deck plays Winda now? Oh my gosh. This game sucks. Version 32. This deck is starting to look more and more like crap. Because I keep making changes, hoping that something changes, and it doesn't. You know what? Let's do live commentary for this one, so you can feel my pain in real time. Losing, you'll lose a rank. I knew it. I freaking knew it. If I lose a rank, the series is over. Okay, second. Wow, I drew no going second staples. And let me guess, it's Pearly. Oh. Okay. Harpy's off the top. Even Twin would do it. It's neither of what I asked for, but sure. Anti-spell. This is where Cosmic comes in clutch. Judgment. Judgment. That's really annoying. Let's see if we can still make it happen. Normal summon. What's that set card? You know what? Yeah, let's do it. Ash. Better than it could have been. I can't call by because of this damn... This is so annoying. This card deserves to be banned. I'll pick this card up for you. Seriously? What? Huh? I mean, we take those, but what were they playing? This is just stun? Exo Sister. That could have gone a lot worse. Send it again, why not? That was quick, it took like 5 minutes. Actually, that's this whole flip, so probably more like 3 minutes. Love to win the die roll. Honestly, winning the die roll isn't even that big of a deal, as long as I draw something like good for going second. Maxi, Ash, Spinny, Gazelle, maybe like back row removal. I mean that's fine, I guess. The Buffalo can pitch the Buffalo, which is kind of nice. Is this Kashtira, or is this... No, this is something plain Kashtira. See what I draw. Not bad. That's annoying. I don't think there's anything I can do about it, unfortunately. I think I just lose, right? Because if I get the field spell, one thing I can do, I think, what would... is that good? Like I can send the I can send Foxy off the Gazelle, and then I have material. Well, there's no face-up spell or trap. There's no face-up spell. really worried this is like trap tricks, and one of those is like a really powerful, like trap hole of some kind. Because this balance is 100% hitting damage trace down, unfortunately. And I can't cross out Fenrir. Ashing the Balings. Do I call by that? I think I designated that because this is one that I actually play as a target. So I can designate or call Ash. Imperm. You really don't want this Balings to resolve. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't play Imperm, so I couldn't have done it any differently if I wanted to. I mean, it's still negated, but that's annoying. But I do still get my draws. Pitch the Buffalo. What do I draw? There's the Kaiju. But it doesn't matter because they still get the effect. Doesn't do anything, unfortunately. If they had like a Fenrir Engrave, this would be one thing. But there's nothing I can do here. That sucks. Now I'm just stuck. Not being able to play the game. I think the best I can do is just like set and hope that I can survive. Let's see. Fenrir is so just like unreasonably strong for what it is. Just gonna go battle. I'm fine with that. Oh, it's Pearly. Okay, we'll absolutely need to see that. Turns off my Ash when I draw it, though, which is annoying. How funny would it be if I managed the other Ash? See, that's so annoying. I want Pearly card from deck 2. They can add the quick play, but they have Delicious, which is annoying, that's for sure. Do I just let them cook? I have the Kaiju, but I think I'd like to save the Kaiju. So this is activating its effect to summon. Yeah, we're gonna rage that. So the card better not be a negate. Hit the Pearly. It's fine, yes. We'd love to see it. No, we just want to rage your face down. I'll save it as a horse. You have no discard for it, so it doesn't actually do anything. Oh, you have it normaled. Oh, that's... Still doesn't do anything. Because you already activated this guy, and his effects are once per turn. Yeah, you can only use each effect once per turn. And the other one requires you to have it in hand. Yeah, just attack it. Radiant over it, that's fine. Honestly, right now, I could go for like a Cosmic or something. Exceed is really good. Let's just go ahead and get rid of this guy because I don't want to have to deal with him. I really hope that's an Imperm and they try and hit me on Nothing. Oh, okay. Then we'll go for Spinny. We will. You know what? No, we're gonna do this. Let's go Billings. Oh yeah, I haven't added the field spell yet, so we will just activate Billings. Go for Seed. What is that back row? I'm gonna pop it. Now I can activate you know what? We'll do this. So I'm gonna pop my friend because I'm petty. So let's go. Strike card, yes. And this one. Hit that. And then I want to do spinning. Bounce the Kaiju because once again I am extremely frustrated because this deck has nothing but frustrating. Let's go. Silver. And then the Sunlight Wolf can add me back follow-up in the off chance that this does not kill. Kaiju back to hand. Let's go. Update generator. Let's do Sunlight Wolf effect to cut back. I imagine the set card is per leap. I am gonna pop it. Do I pop it? The only punish I think is it being like a Waking, but I don't think this deck plays Waking the Dragon. Let's do update 1. Access 2. There's been like no delay. What time are we gonna do? He's ready. I am gonna pop it. I need to know. It was in fact relief. Battle. That's fine, go for it. Okay, good. That feels much better. 2 in a row, that's pretty good. One sort of mid feeling win, one sort of earned feeling win. Oh, dog needs me. Be right back. I like doing it live. We're gonna send it one more. See if we can make it happen. I don't have the sheet mate. Losing all my die rolls. Ooh, that's a bad omen. That's not a good sign. Seems pretty good. Let's do this. Maxi. Gonna use those 300 seconds, huh, buddy? Oh, I'm gonna summon what's on your sleeves, if you let me. Yep, that's a Maxi. I got nothing in response. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but... Let's see what we draw off this, I have to go Exceed, right? Just Maxi is not good enough. Especially with this deck. Ash. I'm gonna Ash my Veil Links. Honestly, that would be fine. Ash the Veil Links. There you go. That's why we stack the chain this way. Let's go for Parallel Exceed. That's fine. I'm gonna pitch the Jaguar. That's not good. I mean, assuming that we get a turn 3, the Kaiju might not be bad. If they're a Ghost second deck though, they probably aim to kill me. Not putting it in the Anima column, not making that mistake again. So I gave them 4 draws. Probably more than I should give them, but I can't end on any interaction. If Golem, you Golem me, that is a terrible sign. What are you playing? If you're prospying, then that is not a good sign. He's going for the full 6. Frick. What would the game plan have been to play around Conco? Like a singular Ash is not going to do anything. I don't know. Depending on the contents of their hand, I don't know if they can kill me. Damage is currently halved. So they're going to have to deal a lot of damage. What did they add off of that? They added double-edged sword. Okay. This is not good. They only need to hit me 4 times if they equip the guy, and if they have the cards that deal effect damage as well, then I'm kind of boned. If they go for the Arabesque and bounce the Lava Golem, they can't do any damage. Special summon a Makongo from your hand or grave. Decent. They have a target for Arabesque that is not Lava Golem. This Lava Golem damage might actually screw me. But I'm gonna equip it, yeah. Bounce it. Twin Twisters is nice. So you're just gonna trap him and pass? If you control a Makongo. Hey, is that all you got? I really hope that's all you got. Battle. Go battle. Yes! Oh man. 25. 25. That's fine. I can deal with that. I want to be a 2K life, but you know, sometimes that's an insane draw. Absolutely no way. Let's do it. This is why we play the kaijus. How much damage do I need to put on board? Not much anymore. I want to do as little as possible. So, does this have the equip monster? Also, both players take any battle damage from attacks involving it. Oh, yeah, we're not. That's not sticking around. You know what? Let's just deal with that. What does this trap card do? An equipped spell is sent to your grave while this is in your grave. So we'll do this. Let's go like this. Spinny. I think. No, I'm still thinking. Sure. That's really good. We'll add. Let's go. Update. Never bust at this point. Yes! That was probably not a guaranteed win. My opponent had to play like a monkey. One more to diamond. We've been here before. Let's send it. Live commentary once again. We're gonna sink or swim, baby. We're both gonna be in right. Have I seen this guy before? I have run into a guy that had the soccer ball mate and the soccer ball icon. Is that just like a common thing, or am I battling the same guy? He has the same field as me. Ooh, this hand does in fact do it. This hand's busted. King of the Sword. Do I ash this? You know what? Screw it. I'm living on the edge, baby. No poly, no future. Okay then. Is this Fenrir Pass? Really hoping this is Fenrir Pass. Added Unicorn, that's a little spooky. Normal Rhino, that's annoying. Well, I got no more interaction, so you go off camera. Gender non-specific monarch, I don't know. That's one of the problems with doing these lives. There's so much downtime when people take forever to think through their plays. Like when I'm thinking through a play, that's dramatic, but when you're thinking through a play, that's just annoying. And I'm just gonna sit here and scroll Twitter while you're comboing off. There's a picture of a duck and an owl. That's cute. Good, best draw in my deck. Perfect. When your opponent activates a monster effect or normal spell trap card while you have a card in your hand, pick effect, you can activate this effect. How about, instead of that, I can do magic. How does that sound? Does that sound like fun? Let's go activate effects. Sound great? Ash. Well, that's just weird. So we have to pick the sanctuary list. Super annoying. It's special meeting. Yeah, I have to pitch sanctuary. I think I have to go for Isel, right? Like there's no other card that does what I want. If I go normal this and then go battle phase. No, that's bad. I have to kill this. I have to kill this one first. This is also I don't live. Can I get more material from here? Hypothetically, is it good? No. I think the best way is to just this. What do we have? Really nothing. So let's do. I have to shuffle back something really goofy for this. Let's do this. That's the kaiju. Give back the kaiju over the guy. Let's do this. Oh, I can shuffle back the Rasta. That's okay. That's a good card to shuffle. Really wishing I hadn't used my battle phase right now. I can add back Ash. Wait, that's way better. Wait, that's really good. Hold on. Let's do... what is he? Can I not summon him? What's his material? 2+ Cybers monsters with different names. Or different action moves. I can do it. It's a thing I can do. Is it worth it? It might be. This might be. This might be Space Insulator's time to shine. I think it's time. It should. Heat Soul, baby. Let's that's so good! Oh, that's like the best thing it could have been. That is genuinely the best thing it could have been. Let's see. Now they're perfect knowledge. Do I heat soul here? Is there anything? Yeah, I think I heat soul here because I need. Let's do it. That's fine. They can hit over the heat soul, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, that's what they do. That's fine. I do the Foxy, which is basically like best case scenario. End phase. Oh, another kaiju? Don't mind if I do, my friend. Let's absolutely go. Yes, I will activate Foxy's effect. I have no reason not to. Spinny. Spinny is definitely a card. So let's see, what material do I have? I can do this. I can do this. When a link so you can switch to somebody cannot be used as a material also banish it. I can do this. I'll get there in a minute, but I'm cooking. I'm cooking with gasoline, baby. Let's kaiju. This is DJ Marengo. Please, I'm begging. I am screaming in agony right now. Please let this be the end. Drawing multiple kaijus is actually cracked. Like, oh my goodness. Update jammer. That heat soul line was unfreaking believable. That was so good. Space Inslater, you have the honors of being banished off of Axis Go Topper. Battle phase. You got nothing. You got absolutely nothing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, full live commentary. 4-win streak. Holy crap, that was so good. Oh, Diamond 1. We did it. Oh man, 4 more wins to Master 5. Every time I do this, the encoding says it's overloaded. At least it waits until it doesn't matter. Like if this is just a still image, like you're not losing the effect, right? That was unbelievable. 2 games in 21 minutes. That's actually pretty decent. Wow. When the deck works, it works. What can I say? I don't know if it was because of the changes I made to the list, or if it was just because of the way the shuffler felt tonight, or if it was just because the matchmaking gave me some awful opponents. I like to think, though, it was all me, baby. That's right. My deck building, my gameplay. I think that if I am able to make it into Master 5 sooner rather than later, there is a chance I can get to Master 1 before the season resets. My wife has a hair appointment on Saturday. The season doesn't reset till 6. I could basically play for like 2-ish uninterrupted hours. on Saturday to try and grind out the last bit. But if I run into any issues in any of the ranks in Master, it's basically over. I'm gonna go check out the pub. Alright, I'm back. Doing the live commentary seemed to be pretty beneficial in those last 4 games, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh gosh. Right here at the beginning though is probably the best time to lose if I have to, because I'm not losing out on a ton of like standing. It's a pretty decent hand. Okay, so this is Fenrir at Fenrir. Again with the sprite. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a Triber game. Hit Knight early. What does this guy do? Completes its effect. Determine effect master controls. Change its attack to 0 and its effects. Oh boy. Duster? Duster off the top. No, right on time. Just right on time. Access code. I'm the one that access codes people. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. I access code people. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. Yeah, I'm not thinking that this climb is going to be any easier than the last one. Look at this hand. Triple maxi. Alright, I'm gone again. The hand got a little bit better. How did I manage this? Not only did I get all 3 maxi over the course of this turn, I also have all 3 gazelle. Also, I'm dead, but I mean, that's, yeah. Both called by and designator, and I haven't drawn a single ash. How is that even possible? I've drawn like 4 cards. Well, that was fun. That was just a wonderful time all around. That was a wonderful set of draws. It's a great game. Everyone just, played a really good game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Today. That felt like it was a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! For sure. Yeah. That was a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm actually just losing my mind. Let's try the live commentary. Lose it, you'll lose a rank! Oh my gosh. And I lose a die roll, of course. One of those insta scoops would be great right about now. Just don't draw what you need. Or I can just draw busted. Like, I want to see crazy. This game wants me. Never wants me to enter master. Like, if this is the highest I can get, like, that's just sort of how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Is that a normal song? Are they about to Ibly me? You have found the one deck that does not care if you Ibly. Duster off the top. I'm begging you, deck. Please, you owe me this. That's not Duster. That's not Duster. Let's this. Do Phalanx. Phalanx effect. What are you playing? Imperm. No. type of stuff you're playing. I'm not a friend of your gal's game. This deck is serving me just the worst hands in the history of humanity. What is that? Is that another Imperm? Ash. Okay. I'm in. That's fine. Go for it, my guy. Let's see if we can do this. Oh! Well, there we go. I told you. They just scoop them up. Whenever I'm about to lose a rank, I always get them the scoop. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Come on. Send it. One more. Took like 3 minutes. No gaining a rank. No losing a rank. I won the die roll. We going first, baby. Let's go. I want to see outs to Max C. I want to see outs to Ash. I want to see full combo, baby. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I will take it every day to Sunday. I will absolutely take it, my guy. Add a Salamangreat. I will absolutely add a Salamangreat. Let's go. That's spinny. Pop 2, Roar to negate, and an Ash. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty fly for a white guy. Let's see if we can make it happen. If they kaiju me, they're just better at the game than me. But kaiju lost me my Roar negate one way or the other. Skip your next battle phase. Your opponent draws a card, especially a runic from your extra deck. That's fine. I think this might be the first runic player I've run into in Diamond. I'm sure I will figure out if that's the truth or not once we get into the editing bay, but yeah, I'm feeling like that's the case. Called by, oh you poor sweet summer child. I'm so sorry to tell you this. They discarded for cost, right? Yeah, you're about to go -2. Sorry. I guess only -1, because you also got the roll. Runic tip. That can add. Discard. What did they hit? 2 spinning? That's fine. Or no, they just hit S spinning. Oh, wait, what was I? Look at this. Every card you control would be destroyed when a card effect you can manage this card you control instead. Nice. Okay. Sweet. Played that really well. I feel like. Let's what was that? 5 minutes? Let's go again. Combo. Ash from full combo. You take that for sure. Prosperity. Do I Ash this is a question. My guess is that this is free. They're only going for 3. You know what? I'm gonna let them cook. See, trap tricks. Oh. They Go for the Mermelio. Designator. That does literally nothing in this scenario. I'll give him the satisfaction so I can get my points. At least they didn't access code me. That's my thing. You know, I'm feeling a lot better tonight than I was yesterday. Or this morning, I guess. And I feel like maybe that's affecting my performance. Could just be, it's affecting my die rolls. Could just be psychosomatic. But yeah, I'm feeling all right. Could just be gaslighting myself. Who knows? Yeah. Go ahead. Toggle on, so that I can hit with this rage at an opportune time. Again with the runic. Target a spell your opponent controls. Destroy it. Oh, you're going for the fields. Sure, I'll protect it. Yep. That's it, right? That's all you have? Ha! Yeah! That felt nice. I'm nice with it, man. That's so good. Oh, that's fantastic. This new positive attitude is really paying off in dividends. And they have the map. Fantastic. So annoyed. And they for sure can kill me now. Deck's not giving me what I need. We're back to being annoyed. Oh boy. So annoying. Oh, and he's gonna banish it face down. I'm out of bailings. Like what? Oh, and he can still get in. This card sucks. Oh my gosh. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's just skip the formalities and send it. Let's go ahead and win some die rolls. I'd love to see it. Let's see a busted hand game. You know, it's not ideal. We could hypothetically get something good off this Foxy. Like even like the trap or whatever would be fine here. Nope, hit nothing. That's fine. So, doesn't look like they have nib. There's no delay. There's really no point in relinking the Balinks just to protect it. I feel like Baguska, there's really not an easy way to do that. Raigeki. Well, sometimes they just have it. What is this? Ice Jade? Do I care? Probably not. I can't believe I lost to fucking Ice Jade. Oh my gosh. Oh, give me my points, give me my points. Oh. I'm not at that point? Oh, that will. We'll see if it even matters. Like, how do I insulate myself against Red Gang? Hmm. Let's do this. Okay, one. If I draw the C here, this gives me everything. That is access to exceed, actually. What do I pitch? Match. Do I cross out this? Well, there you go. That was painless. Wow. I think I pitched the Cyclone in that scenario to get the Exceed. So I'll be honest, as much as I appreciate having Cyclone going second into a board that contains back row I don't want to deal with, having Cyclone as an interruption is just not as good. Pretty much the only matchup it hits is Pearly, but the Rage does the exact same job. Going second, that's the good-ish sign. That's fine. Leather pitch. Cheetah. Oh, this is a build of the deck with Daylon. Are you just gonna go Baron Pass? I'm sorry to tell you this, buddy, but that wins me the game. Let's see. Off the top. Ooh, called by. That's actually really good. Let's. Get in the buggy boy. We're good. Let's. Oh my gosh. Father is very cautious about people sending him links. My wife sent him a video of a skit about Facebook Marketplace because he sells on there. And he sent me a message asking if it was really my wife. Which I guess I appreciate in the sense that, like, it's better than him just, like, clicking on random links and then getting, you know, hacked or whatever. But typically, my wife and I have extremely good internet etiquette, security, whatever you want to call it. So, usually not a concern with us. Okay, I'm in. Let's see. Well, there you go. Wow, I am feeling good about that. I'm the type of person though that's not gonna waste their time. We'll just skip straight to the winning or losing. See, it's games like that one that lead me to believe that the ratios I'm playing are correct. But then the game before that leads me to believe that the ratios I'm playing are incorrect. MBT was talking about the Edison event that him and Nim Nim were commentating pretty recently. And one of the things that he mentioned was that, this Fenrir at Fenrir, this Twin Twister might go crazy. What is this? Pearly. That's not ideal. But he was mentioning that one of the decks that was at the event was, I think, the Gemini deck was the one he was talking about at the Edison event. And he mentioned that deck is very feast or famine. And you just sort of have to accept that you're going to lose some games because of the fact that, you're just, relying on opening certain cards and not opening other certain cards. And I feel like this deck is the exact same way. It's so reliant on drawing sort of go second staples plus full combo that it's difficult to imagine a world where you win all the time, right? You can get the percentage up as high as possible given the way that the deck is forced to function, but because of the fact that you have to play certain cards, like you have to play the field spell and you have to play the 2 traps at 1 each, because otherwise your going first play has no means of interaction consistently, because your only way to get interaction is to send one of the traps off of Gazelle. But you also need to open consistent access to Gazelle. Actually, that turns off the Fenrir because they discarded it. We're going to twin pitching the Rage, and we're going to target this and this to force out the trap. And then you have to chain the trap, right? Because otherwise you don't get a Noir. Oh, you want more material. I see. That's fine. I think once I Kaiju over the Noir, this removes all of their interaction. Because I can deal with the Fenrir with the called by because they were greedy as hell and pitched the Fenrir for one of the quick plays. And I can deal with the Noir because I have a Kaiju. And this Buffalo could hypothetically draw me into more stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm in a pretty good position at this point, I feel like. You are such an idiot. That's so funny. He does not get the extra material because of the way he stacked the chain. That's so funny. That's fine. I don't care. What do you put in? Twin? Now you're effective. Why would you do that? That's so weird. Does it say top or bottom? Materials. Place it on the bottom of the deck. Can I go to my main phase now? Thank you. Anyway. Enjoy this Kaiju. That is fine. So they're gonna summon a Pearly. So they're gonna summon what? The Lily? Probably, because they already have the normal Pearly. How many are they gonna be able to have? Like three? The full three? Or just two? No, it's full three. It was pretty, happy, and sleepy, pretty, and delicious. That's fine. Let's get to add the trap. What do you got here? Let's go. This. One. Two. Let's see what these draws are. That's not bad. That's actually really good. Hold on. Oh, a second kaiju. That's actually cracked. Wait. What could you possibly have? Let's do this. Link. See. Nothing. Alright. See. Okay. Defender at some point. I still have Defender in grade, right? Yes, I do. What? Can I win here? I can't go transfer. How much is this? 11? No, because I need 2 for this guy. But I can go Insulator first. And he can summon himself. How many words do I have? Still probably not. Let's use this card points too. Use it. But it cannot be used as an X or also pay initial points. The thing is that gives me 3 pops. I think I have to do it either way. Disintegrate. They're at 85 for sure. Sorry, buddy. That's 3 pops. Right? Is there anything protecting us from fire effect? I can kill both of these. Which of these is more problematic? Definitely this one. I don't know if I'm gonna win. We've got so many cards in here. I don't know. Oh, that's super annoying. That's mega annoying. Okay, well. I guess it's my funeral. They've got like a billion cards in hand. Ain't no way they can't kill me here. Let's just go with this. Ooh, love to see that. And you win the die roll? Absolutely. Can I please send this man back to Diamond 2? Nothing would make me happier than sending this man back to Diamond 2. This is a good hand. Ooh, let's go. End turn. Let's turn the thing on. Draw phase. Hit him with 1, 2. What you got here, buddy? Nothing? That's not nice, dude. This is still pretty good for follow-up. What you got here, my guy? Pearly Pretty Memory. Do I ash this? That feels very premature to ash. I think I'm good. I'm gonna work under the assumption that they're gonna go for the Lily. Ooh, that's no, they don't. Ooh, that's not ideal. Trash this. Awesome. Because if they were gonna go for the Lily and then search for the My Friend, I would ash the My Friend. That's guaranteed access to the Delicious. But they already had it. They already had the Delicious. That's not something I think I'm playing. But I don't think this kills me. For one, they can't Noir under Baguska. For 2, oh shoot. They have Azalea. Destroy it. What if you have 3 of this? There's the other friend. That's annoying. Am I dead? Is the question. I'm omega dead. Wow, that was depressing. So, win and you'll gain rank. We hate to see that. I'll go first. Almost certainly a hero player. Really wishing I played Droll in scenarios like this. This hand makes Baguska. I think the play is unfortunately. I think the play is to search for result. Do this. And activate its effect. What do you have? Imperm? That completely ruins my plan. That's super annoying. Come on, another? Seriously? Do I call by this? Then my ash is turned off. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. This turns off my ash, which is infuriating. Impermash is just a lot to ask anybody to do with. To enter Master 5. Here. You're under call by. That was not an invitation to show up. I don't know if you're aware. I wasn't just inviting you over. It's not what this was. Yeah, I mean, I have to do this. And might go for here. I think my only hope, my only way to make it happen is to do this. I keep doing this. Like I just keep trying and trying and trying. It keeps not giving me what I need. Called by. You're gonna called by. Huh. What is this face down? I have to know. It is hero. I am in fact playing against hero. They can make the link, but what does the link do? Attack over this guy? Yeah, I'm not an idiot. Go through the link, sure. Verte. You're gonna make Verte. Oh, I can't believe I get to do this to you. What? Why didn't they let me Ash? What the heck? That's so annoying. Why didn't it let me Ash? Am I stupid? Perfect. Exactly what I was looking for. Frost. There's absolutely no way that's how this shakes out. Did you do the full 6? What are you getting out of this? Does it change? That's hilarious because that's not how this works. Like, you think you figured out the secret sauce, but that's not in fact how it works. Sorry to break this to you, my guy. I'd appreciate a Shane concede. End phase is good. I'm definitely under macro because during the standby, this thing's gonna kill itself. And I have nothing. Wow. That's so bad. I have nothing that can do anything. Are you serious right now? What can I link into? This idiot? Like, I can normal summon this Ash, but what does that do? Gets me into Sunlight Wolf. Wait, do I have this? I do! Wait! This might do everything I want. I'm gonna have to banish some things, but this might be able to do everything. Oh, I can set the trap. That's kind of neat. So let's add back. So what do I go for here? Activate. That sounds great. What do I add? Part of this. I just have to go to really. Fuck, I forgot this thing has a banish effect. Please hit the. Yes, hit the cosmic. Thank God. Did I already normal this turn? Am I just the dumbest man alive? Oh my gosh, I already normaled. Oh man, and there's nothing I can do under macro. Did I already use my Valence Engrave? No. I might be able to speak something out. Let's go like this. Oh, frick, that puts it Give me the Veritase's better. I mean, I guess we just hope for the best. So, we're doing this. What are they looking to? Honestly, fuck it, we ball. You know what? Yeah, you're just gonna get it anyway, which is not ideal. The DP would be the funniest. He's going for malicious. this. I think I'm dead. But save is something. That's annoying. That's very annoying. What are you gonna banish? The other Royal. There's a Royal. Why did you not summon the Royal the first time? Oh, that's a. I just realized that's a Royal Darklaw. That's really nice. Okay. Let's just. Oh my gosh, reborn freaking DP. That's so annoying. Stratos. Are you going battle phase? Whoa. Hold on. Save me like 800? Sure, why not? Like nothing does it. I don't have a play. Set 2? Come on, dog. Like, what gets me out of this? Ooh. Wait. That doesn't deal with both of the threats. I have 2 threats right now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit this Darklaw. I think the only way out is if they DPE here. And I draw exactly nothing. I draw nothing. Thanks, Deck. I really appreciate it. It's been really nice having you around. You've been so helpful. I'm gonna stop recording. Maybe I should just try and grind this off camera. Alright, Elo resets in like 6 hours, but the amount of time I have to actually play this game is extremely finite, so I'm just gonna jam some games and report back with the results.